Yeah.
I wouldn't be standing alone tonight.
That.
Car come back one more
Oh.
time.
And I landed
Be
it.
standing
There you
alone
go.
tonight.
See?
Yeah,
Wouldn't be standing alone tonight.
we wandering off and shit, dog.
Wouldn't be standing.
Yeah, finish my cup, then post some more.
Today we have a new RC car. Well, new to me anyways. This has been out for about a year or so. And it was previously sold under the Helion brand as the Invictus. But as you know, Helion uses different OEM manufacturers for their rigs, and for their Invictus and the Dominus and a few others, I think they're small, like the Dart. I don't know if they call theirs the Dart, but I know the FS Racing one's a Dart, but they make an 18th scale. And they use FS Racing on that too. I don't remember the name of that one particularly, but the Invictus is now sold as this Victory BLX. The differences are, though, that this one, of course, comes with these paddle tires, as you can see here. And a different body, of course. I really like the looks of this body. This one did not come with the lights. There's no lights, but there's buckets for lights, as you can see here. It did say on the bottom that it had lights, though. Bumper system designed with LED. But this version doesn't have that. This is a newer version. It just came out with this one. Okay, more differences between the Invictus and this. This has got full aluminum anodized shocks, and I believe that the Invictus has composite shocks. This one has a slipper clutch from the factory, and I believe you have to buy the aftermarket slipper clutch for the Invictus. Other than that, I think, of course, this comes with a 3S LiPo, and that was like one of the major selling points for me. Let's check it out. It said that it was a 3,500 milliamps on the Banggood website, and it was a 30C, but this looks a lot bigger. Oh yeah, it's a 6,000 milliamp. I wonder what the C rating is. It's not the C rating. It says 30, 35, 45, 60, 70, and 80. It's not marked here. That's weird. So I wonder what the discharge rating is on this. It's not marked. It is a 3S, as you can see, because there's 4 on the balance, and it's not marked though. I'm not sure if it's 30, 35, 45. I don't know what it is. I can look this up though. I can look this battery up on a different website, and I'll put it in the description as to what C rating it is. 6,000 milliamps. That is so cool. I'm pretty sure they're going to add like a high discharge battery with this, because this thing has got to be able to trek over water full speed. Man, these feel really good. These are nice and rubbery. They feel really good. They looked a lot thinner on the internet and on videos, but these are actually pretty thick and pretty good. I'm not going to be using these until wintertime, until there's some puddles and some little some lakes. I would take it out on the water around here, but it's all big water and it's super deep, and if this thing went down, I'd never see it again. So what I'll do is like we'll have ponds like showing up here during the wintertime, a couple feet deep, you know, and I'll take it through those ponds. And if it does sink, then it's only a foot or two down, and I can retrieve it. But if I take this out to the bay waters or the delta waters and it sinks, there's no way I'm getting it back. And I'm not going to risk that. So back to the Helion Invictus and this differences. Of course, this comes with a 6,000 milliamp 3S LiPo, and the Invictus comes with a nickel metal. So right off top, you're getting like a $50 battery, a $40 battery off top, and this also costs less. This is normally around $250 or so, and I noticed that it was selling for $199. And I had the Labor Day coupon, which was a $20 off coupon code. I ended up getting this for $180. And that is a killer deal for 180 bucks. I think the Invictus was upwards of $300 when it was selling the brushless version. And so you actually get a better version of it for less money because it's got the slipper, it's got the fully adjustable threaded bodied aluminum anodized shocks. You've got paddle tires to go on the water. It's fully waterproof, and you get a 3S 6,000 milliamp LiPo. It's a chunky one. You just get a basic wall charger, a USB balance charger for this. It's nothing to write home about, but I'm sure it works. So other features besides the differences would be you've got the 3215 motor. It was labeled as a 3652, but as you can see here, it's a 3650. And it's labeled really because FS Racing does supply vehicles and components for the brand called Really. Kind of like the same way they had components and rigs for Helion, they also do Really. You can get the Really 8-scale stuff, and you can get the FS Racing 8-scale stuff. And also the FS Racing 8-scale stuff was rebranded as Force RC. So the Force RC stuff, it's actually FS Racing, and you can go on Banggood, GearBest, and a few other websites and find those parts and find those chassis. The cool thing about it is that they come with a 6S Hobbywing system, and the Force RC stuff was coming with like a 4S Dynamite system, which wasn't very good. So for less money, you get a way better system if you buy the OEM. Kind of like this too. I mean, you get more stuff than Helion offers you for less money from buying the OEM. Now this is a special composite chassis. I think it's like a P66 nylon, very similar to what Traxxas uses. And then it's got, of course, these metal front and rear skids. I saw people taking this down, and they were kind of complaining about how many screws it has on here to remove these skids when trying to get to the diffs, but you don't have to even mess with that to get to these diffs. You can take these diffs apart from right here and then pull them apart. They split halfway down. So you don't even have to take your shocks off. You can just unbolt your diff case here and pull this off to the side and then pull your diff out. You know, take this off and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure it's the same for the front. Yeah, they're split. They're horizontally split diff cases. I know some diff cases are like split vertically like this. I don't like those ones. I like these kind better. And on my other FS Racing, it was the same way. I was able to get into my diffs very easily. All I did was just pop these screws off and pull this off. The whole assembly will come together. Shocks and all, I didn't have to take them off. And once this case comes up, your diffs are right there. Which leads me to another point. These ones are shimmed. The new version FS Racings have shimmed diffs, and that was like the biggest problem with people and their Helion Invictus. They were going through diffs because there was a little bit of play in there. If you go watch Brother JT RC, check Brother J out, man, for real. He's a really good dude, but he's got a video on this, and he shows you how to shim these diffs, and you will see the reason why they needed shims. There's a little bit of play rocking back and forth on these diffs, but from everything I've read and the people I've talked to, the new versions are already pre-shimmed, which is really cool. And we'll see how they hold up. If they go out, I'll fix them and then I'll shim them. Maybe they need 1 or 2 shims extra than what the factory put on, but we have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure the factory only uses 1 shim. So anyway, guys, this is a really solid truck. It's got, like I said, the Really 3650, 3215. It's a 3S capable 10BL60 Hobbywing ESC. And I believe this is a 6 kg Metal Gear servo and aluminum bodied. It's got the aluminum body and it's a Metal Gear servo. It's a decent servo, nothing to write home about. And also it has a waterproof receiver box, which leads me to another fun fact. This receiver box is the reason why Helion cannot sell this anymore as the Invictus. Traxxas got wind of this receiver box and threatened to sue, and so Helion had to pull all their vehicles' receiver boxes because Traxxas has some kind of weird patent on waterproof receiver boxes. It's kind of weird. It's got something to do with the shape or whatever like that, so that's the reason why you can't buy this. Pretty much Traxxas ruined Helion for all of us. Just like they tried to ruin Arma, and just like they ruined basically all the Hobbyco brands and other ones too. They ruined HPI. They're out of business again. They went under again. I think someone's going to pick them up. I really hope it's not Horizon. I mean, if Horizon picks them up, cool. I'm not a fan of Horizon anymore after their customer service blunder. The lady was really rude to me. Anyway, this is a really good setup. The front's got the pillow ball or pivot ball suspension. It's just kind of similar to my FS Racing Marauder. And then it has the more traditional style turnbuckle suspension in the back. What else can we say here? Right, it's got CVDs. It's got some really nice, these are hardened steel CVDs. And in the rear, we've got hard steel dog bones. And the suspension feels really good. It feels really good. Yeah. This is a really nice rig. And it's fully waterproof. And that's the thing. If you could look here, you would see this thing is on the water right now. And that's what it does. If you go watch videos, this thing just glides over the water. It's plenty powerful. And they give you the 3S battery so you can get that extra juice. Wow, 6,000 milliamp. I am happy about that. That's going to be a lot of runtime. I just wonder the power rating on here. I'm going to have to look that up. Tiger Power, Atomic Platinum, dun dun dun. Anyway, it's funny because I have recently given away and sold a few of my 3S batteries to a buddy of mine. So I was kind of in need for another battery, and here it is. And we've got like a dual bell crank system on here. It's really nice. It's already got light buckets, which I might put lights in. You never know. Of course, this has got a dust cover over the slipper clutch. Metal running gear besides the spur gear in there, as you can see. And like I said, I didn't have to buy an aftermarket slipper because this one comes with it. You get an upgraded slipper. You get an upgraded fully adjustable metal shocks. You get paddle tires. You get a 6,000 milliamp 3S battery. Yeah, man. And the remote, right? It's a FlySky. It's a GT6. FS Racing GT6. This reminds me of the Arma ATX 100. It's like the same size. It looks like the same. Yeah, I think it's the same. It's very, very similar to that. 4 doubles. Decent foam. Looks like an Arma ATX 100. I think Arma might have been using these at one point, these FlySky GT6s at one point. And what's crazy is my FS Racing Marauder came with a Arma ATX 100. And this one comes with the GT6, but I think they're very similar, if not the same. So, pretty cool. Anyway, cool. We got a good remote. We got a good battery. Check out what we got in here. We got a really nice wrench for being stock. That's the best stock one I've seen for a 10 scale anyway. It's pretty nice. You normally get one of these or a plastic one. Either this one looks like it's a little bit bigger. Got an extra servo horn here, bind plug, a couple little things. Yeah, here it's set up like the Invictus and stuff right here. And it says Really on it. Yeah, Really. I think you can still get the Really version of these, branded Really, but that's mostly in Europe. I think people have the Really brand, which is just FS Racing. Body looks pretty good. It's not the thickest, but it ain't the thinnest either. We got some clear windows. Well, clear one in the front. Anyway, guys, let me charge this battery up, and we'll get out there today. I'll change the tires and go take it out to the field or something. But she looks good, man. 3S power, man, $180. Wow. So I buy my rigs, guys. I actually sold my ECX Ruckus 4x4 to be able to buy this, because I've wanted one of these for days. And I'm really, really glad that this one is an upgraded version of the Helion. You get better components with this one than you would if you bought the Helion. So there she is, guys. Let me charge this up, and we'll get out there soon. Peace.